Jimmy Dean knows how to do a hearty breakfast quickly, but he doesn't know how to do it low carb without a bunch of preservatives or strange ingredients. You can make your own using whole fresh foods to give you an easy on-the-go breakfast that tastes better, will keep you full longer, and is only 2.5 carbs per serving. To start, let's chop up some vegetables. For my low-carb breakfast bowls, I'm adding in an onion and 2 colors of bell pepper, red and green. The Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls have potato in them, which obviously isn't low carb, so to add some substance and flavor, I'm using these. Let's cut that guy too with a little air slicing. I know you guys are probably horrified by my chopping skills. I promise I normally do a much better job than this, but it seems like every time I try and film, I end up channeling Kendall Jenner.
I don't know, I'm kind of scared.
There you go.
Don't cucumbers have seeds?
Now for the onion, and any color will work. I only had red onion, so that's what I'm using, but if you're looking to decrease carbs or on a carnivore or ketovore diet, just omit the onion and bell pepper altogether. For flavor, we'll add in some minced garlic, so chop up a few cloves, and I love this nifty chopper by Wusthof. I think that's how you pronounce it. If you're a lazy cook like I am, you'll love this thing. You can mince garlic or fresh herbs or jalapenos in seconds. For the sausage, look for one that's 0 carb if possible. Some brands add in sugar, so make sure you check the back of the label. I'm using 2 pounds of sausage here, but you can decrease the amount or even use other proteins like chorizo or bacon. And even though I think the sausage is already seasoned, I'm gonna add a little bit of extra. So 1 teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of onion powder, and a half a teaspoon of pepper. While that continues to brown, it's the perfect time to rehydrate after a long night's sleep with some electrolytes by Element, who is the sponsor for today's video. After sleeping for 6 to 8 hours, you can wake up dehydrated, and the best way for me to feel energized in the morning is to rehydrate with some electrolytes. Element has a science-backed electrolyte formula of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. They have a bunch of delicious flavors to choose from citrus, watermelon, orange, raspberry, and they don't contain any sugar or coloring. Right now, Element is offering my viewers a free sample pack with any order. You get 8 single serving packets free with any Element order, so this is a great way where you can try all 8 of their flavors. Get yours at drinkelement.com/KetoFocus. This deal is only available through my link, so you need to go to drinkelement.com/KetoFocus right after we finish prepping some breakfast. Now that our sausage is cooked, remove it from the skillet because we're gonna use that same pan to cook the vegetables. We have a lot of vegetables we need to cook, so we need that room in the skillet. Plus, we don't want to dry out our sausage by having it continue to cook. Season these veggies with a little bit of salt and then cook until they're slightly tender. And when I say that these breakfast bowls are going to keep you full longer compared to the Jimmy Dean versions, it's because these are bigger portions, so it has more fat and protein to keep you more satisfied. Add back in the sausage. Once everything is combined, we're going to remove it from the heat and set it aside to cool. I'm going to use these mason jars to store my breakfast bowls because they store a little bit better in the fridge, but any meal prep container will work. Add about a cup or a cup and a half of the mix. And for the cheese, I'm shredding 8 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese. Grating your own cheese from the block is preferred because the pre-shredded stuff has a bunch of anti-caking agents in it, which actually can add a little bit of carbs. So don't get too lazy. These will get an egg or 2 added on top, but we're not going to do that yet because, well, egg doesn't really store very well when we already crack it in there, especially if you decide to freeze these. If you do decide to freeze these, glass jars might not be the best option because they could crack in the freezer, but I always like to live on the wild side. To prepare your breakfast bowl, all you do is grab it from the fridge, crack in 1 or 2 eggs, give it a stir to scramble the egg, then microwave it for a minute. We'll remove it, stir it again, not to only redistribute the egg, but also to make sure that it cooks evenly. Then return it to the microwave and cook it again for another 45 seconds, or until the egg is cooked. Believe me when I say that these taste so much better than the packaged stuff. And this meal prep took less than 20 minutes. If you need some more make-ahead breakfast ideas that are low carb, like sheet pan pancakes or Starbucks copycat egg bites, click right here because I show you how to make them.